Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome to the Perceptual Shift Show. My name is James Quine. This is my brother,
Robbie Quine, and I am a perceptual shifter
Me too.
a life lover.
Me
Excuse
too.
me. It's a package deal, baby.
Come on, one more click.
Okay.
Hey, come on. Come on, click it for
What
the
are they-
audience. Okay.
They're bored of that.
All
click
right.
action.
Thank you for being here, by the way.
Yeah.
Let me do a little Slurpee here, okay?
Yeah, it's our perceptual slurps. It's in every episode I hear the slurps. So
Cinnamon
we
tea.
might as well just out ourselves as being slurpers.
Hey, no over talking. Just kidding.
Easier said than done. In this.
Right. Our studio editor, Acid, tells us that we have a tendency to talk over each other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he is 100% correct.
He is 100% correct. So, anyway.
Oh, hold on. Shout out to Acid.
Nice. So welcome to the show. If you haven't been here before, this is the Perceptual Shift Show. This is where we really shift our perceptions into the positive.
Right.
And we create abundance and we learn to love our lives. And that's what this book is all about.
Yeah.
The Perceptual Shift, how to love your life and manifest abundance.
Yeah. It's not how to like your life, people. It's how to effing love your life.
Exactly. How to wake up every day and be grateful you're alive.
Thank you.
Like, woo, another day, I'm so stoked. Now, there might be some people in the audience that already feel that way, but if you're not one of them,
Right.
if you wake up and you're like, oh, God, not again,
Right.
or like, you turn on the news or you get bummed out or they're screaming or there's babies or there's this or that or you're just in a situation, maybe you're in prison for all I know.
Right,
Possible. Might be in a mental hospital.
Yeah, but that's a metaphor. You could be in your own prison of negativity.
Yes. But you can also be in a prison or a mental hospital and still wake up and go,
the real thing.
I love my life.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's an inside job, baby.
Thank you. So that's something that we've done. We weren't always life lovers. There was a period of time when we were life haters, really.
I would say so.
Yeah. And so we're grateful to have you here. If you don't have the book, it's no big deal. Just listen along. If you want to get the book, you can go to Amazon.com or Barnes & Noble online. You can get the book. If you want a signed copy. Or
if money is tight, there's no shame in that, but let's call a thing, and you only got a couple ducats left in the bank, Kindle version. Mm-hmm. But you got to have a notebook.
There we go. I was waiting for that.
It's important to write.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not trying to be a control freak here, but the writing really, it ups the game. Let's call it that.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
It's a game changer.
Yeah. If you want to sign a copy, hit me up on Instagram or TikTok at James M. for Michael Quine, Quine, and just ask me, and I'll make sure you get a signed copy. Every Saturday, we do a little perceptual shift
We
study,
do.
a workbook
We're
study.
zooming some perceptual shift vibes.
Yeah, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Zoom link is in the description.
Right.
And hit me up again.
Yep. And
DM me at
James and
M.
I are in the trenches with you guys. We're doing it.
Yes, we are.
All together.
Yes, we
Which
are.
is very awesome.
Yes, it is awesome. Mm-hmm. So you can hit me up on Instagram or TikTok, and I'll give you the password to get into that Zoom meeting if you want to join us. And with that, before we get too deep into it, we start every episode. If you've been here before, you know how we started.
Right.
We want to get our energy into the flow.
That is accurate.
Right?
Yeah.
We want to start feeling good. And one of the ways we feel good is playing music.
That's right.
And singing.
Yeah.
So sing along if you know the song. If not, it's a pretty simple song. We try to make the lyrics very clear so you can hear it. It's short little song.
It's not Shakespeare, people.
No, it's a short little song. And before we actually start singing, what just happened to my... Oh, here they are. Hold on a second.
Perceptual shift lenses so we can see the world in a brand new way.
Yes.
It's kind of a reboot.
Yeah.
In my mind.
So I got these little guys.
Oh, I love it.
Which I love.
Don't rain on James's parade,
Don't
people.
rain on my parade, baby.
Yeah, it's a boundary.
Yeah, and if there is rain on my parade, I'm just going to perceptually shift and love the rain.
And you're going to dance in the rain. You'll be
Exactly.
singing in the rain. Actually, in about 3 seconds, he will be singing in the rain.
Now, I will tell you that this song is not singing in the rain.
It's not. No, that's been done.
Singing in the rain.
We would get sued by Gene Kelly.
That's right.
Welcome to the Shift Show. Ready for the mind flow. You're gonna see the world in a brand new way. We'll show you how to love life. Eliminate your strife. You'll manifest all that you desire. Yeah! The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
There we go.
Perfection.
And that's how we do it, baby.
That's right.
So,
Get in the zone.
also, if you have a guitar or a piano or any instrument and you want to play along with us, we would love that.
Yeah.
If you want to videotape it and
You
send
could
it to us, we'd love it
email
even
them the
more.
chords and the lyrics if they want, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how we get it started. We hope we got you into the mood
Yeah.
to perceptually shift with us. What we do on the show is we grab the book, we read a page from the book,
Right.
and then we talk about it and we share our experience, strength, and hope.
Right, and we crack bad jokes.
Yes, very bad jokes. And I will tell you that today we are on episode 53. Not bad, right?
Yeah.
Not bad. Okay, we're on episode 53 today. We're on page 61. We are talking about transforming through transitions. That is the chapter that we're on. And this particular page is called Why Change Can Be So Frightening. And we're going to talk about the brain a little bit.
Wow.
Which is cool. Specifically, the amygdala.
Yeah.
All right. And change can be frightening. We know that.
It's the word is accurate. It sounds dramatic, but sometimes change is frightening.
It is. But when
mean,
we
like-
reframe it,
That's right.
change is wonderful.
Yeah.
And inevitable.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Wow. You definitely earned a ding on that one.
Nice. Thanks.
Acceptance. That's very high vibration.
Yep. All right. Our resistance to change is rooted in both biology and psychology. The human brain is wired to seek stability and predictability. When faced with uncertainty, the amygdala, the brain's fear center, activates, triggering a fight or flight response. As a result, change can feel threatening,
Right.
even when it holds the potential for growth and new opportunities. We can still get scared. On a psychological level, change challenges our sense of identity and control. Who we are and what's within our control, right? Letting go of the familiar often means stepping into the unknown,
Right.
which can evoke feelings of vulnerability and create anxiety. Understanding these natural responses is the first step toward overcoming the fear of change.
Right.
This innate resistance to change is also reinforced by past experiences with societal conditioning.
Triggers.
Exactly. Many of us have been taught to equate stability with security, making any deviation from the known feel risky and even dangerous. Additionally, past failures or disappointments can create subconscious fears that change will lead to loss rather than growth. And I will say, sometimes loss is necessary for growth.
Right.
However, when we recognize that discomfort is a natural part of transformation, realizing it opens the door to abundance, we can begin to reframe change as an opportunity rather than a threat.
Right.
Meaning, every time something changes, if we start saying, here comes an opportunity, when we feel a little bit scared or nervous,
Right.
then we open the door to abundance.
The silver lining.
That's right. And don't forget, we manifest what we cogitate, what we put in our mind, what we think about.
Right. Right.
And so if I'm thinking, if change is coming and it's inevitable, then if I think about the opportunity associated with change, rather than how scary change is,
Right.
then I get more of that feeling of looking forward to something wonderful in my life.
It becomes a little bit exciting.
Exactly. And then we manifest the good stuff.
Right.
Instead of lamenting what we've lost.
And also when I come out on the other side of the fear, it's like victory shout. You know what I mean? I almost want to have a parade or something.
Exactly. So the question is, first of all, have you learned anything new about the amygdala just from this page?
Yes.
I did too. And its role and how we respond to change. A little bit more depth and understanding of how our brain responds to change.
Right. I'm going to start loving my amygdala more.
Say that again.
Amygdala.
Amygdala.
How do you
Amygdala.
Just amygdala?
Amygdala.
Okay.
Dala. D-A-L-A.
Okay. That's
All right.
awesome. It sounds very Salvador Dali-ish.
Yes. It's like 3 words. Amygdala.
Right.
Amygdala. It's not a big dollar.
It's not
like a
there's-
big
there's
dollar.
no U in it.
It's not a big dollar like a big dollar. It's amygdala. All right. Those are the bad jokes we're talking about.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Okay.
But it actually is helpful. Though, 'cause
Okay.
Now I can effing pronounce the word.
Right. If so, if you've learned something new about the amygdala, think about a situation you've been worried about. And if you're listening to this podcast, think about a situation in your life that you've been worried about lately. I mean, we all have things that are a concern to us.
Right.
It doesn't need to be something you're super fearful about. It
Yeah.
can be something that you're just a little bit worried about, that you're concerned about.
Yeah.
Okay? Think about that idea. You got something in mind?
Yeah.
Okay. Where your amygdala, the fear center, can be triggered. Either it has been triggered, you've got a little bit of fear, a little bit of concern, a little worry. And now consider what potential abundance could come instead of imagining the worst case scenario by imagining the best case scenario. Now, if you're thinking about this today, folks, or Robbie, and it's difficult to think about the best case scenario,
Right.
which usually happens when our amygdala is highly activated,
Right.
and we're in a lot of fear.
Yeah.
I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to lose my relationship.
Right.
I'm going to be homeless. I'm
Yeah.
going to go to jail. I'm going to, somebody's going to find out. This is a terrible thing. I got this illness. It could be worse than I thought. All of that
Like
fear.
when it's a fresh, adrenaline-filled
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
Or if you've been cogitating about it for a week. If you've been
Right.
thinking about it for a week.
Yeah.
Like,
You've been stewing in it. Yeah. Right.
By the way, that wasn't an orgasm. That was a fearful thing. Like I'm scared of it.
Right.
If that's going on for you, and you've had something that you can recall that created that fear, now I'm inviting you to imagine all of the endless possibilities of amazing things that could happen. Maybe 5 years from now, 3 years from now,
Right.
10 years from now, a week from now, how things could be different. If you're losing your place, your apartment or your house or whatever, how about imagining a much better apartment?
Right.
You're losing your relationship.
Yeah.
How about imagining a better relationship?
Yeah. How many times has that happened and I'm still okay?
Right. You're sick or you're worried about some illness.
Right.
Imagine getting better. Imagine
Yeah.
feeling even better and having
Right.
your immune system be stronger.
Sure.
I'm inviting you to imagine positive, wonderful results and possibilities
Right.
out of this situation.
Exactly.
So, that being said,
Or just at least being open to it.
at least being open to it.
Yeah.
That being said, you're going first today because
Okay.
I haven't even thought about one
Okay.
yet. So what is a situation that you've been fearful about, you might be fearful about, that has triggered your amygdala at some point recently? And what is, I'd love to hear, what is the fear about it? What is the scary thing? And then what is the wonderful possibilities it could be instead?
Right. Well, actually, I have a very fresh amygdala wound or opening that I can share about because it happened today, this morning. It's
Wow.
At Safeway. It's a brand new, fresh one.
A Safeway fear.
Yeah. Well, it happened at Safeway, but
Okay.
it's not. So anyway, I was at Safeway and I walked out and there's a kind of a crazy psych wardy guy that he's I wouldn't call him a friend per se, but he's someone that I know from the island.
Okay.
And he has gotten his shit together a lot, but he's still kind of a little bit crazy. So at first when I saw him, I'm just like, oy vey. But we started talking. You know, I try to be friendly and you know, have some aloha and some love. And so we were talking, and we had a interesting conversation. And we started talking about the fires and stuff. And I said, did your place burn down? And he said, yes. He was right on Front Street Apartments.
That's rugged.
Yeah. And then he said this cool thing that I never expected. He said, sometimes when I walk home and there's, you know, there's like a lot of chickens and stuff.
A lot of chickens in West Maui, at least.
Yeah, and they're screwing and having an orgy and
chicks, little baby chicks everywhere walking
well,
around.
that's it. He said he finds eggs in the grass, just these wild eggs, you know, and it's just made me feel like the universe is so abundant. It even takes care of when people are homeless and they lost their home and they get a little egg from the chicken.
So he eats the egg.
Yeah.
Oh.
He looks for them and he eats them.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cool?
That is pretty cool. Yeah,
Free.
There probably are a lot of free chicken eggs around.
Yeah, they're free. He doesn't have
sure.
to pay expensive egg prices.
Eggs are expensive here. They're
Yeah.
like $10 for a dozen.
Not for this guy. He gets them free.
Free eggs.
So anyway, what happened is we were talking about, he said Lahaina's never going to be the same. And I said, I know. I mean, it's just something that we've all accepted. But it might be awesome.
I think it will be awesome. Better.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to have the same character and the same, you know, sly mongoose and all that kind of weird
Well, but it also won't have like the buildings that are really decrepit.
Yeah,
and,
that are
and
like shacks.
Millions of cockroaches in the restaurant thing, and you know, like old restaurants that are closed up and dirty, and you know, you won't. You know, it'll be different.
It was a little ghetto. You're right.
It was a little ghetto because it was old.
Yeah, yeah.
And it, you know, anytime you have a city that's built, you know, up over, you know, 20, 30, 40, 100 years, you have a lot of old buildings that are termite damaged. Yeah. And then, you know, you've got...
all were, man.
Even the design of like Louis Kini Street is very tight and small. Yeah. Like maybe everything will get designed better and it'll be easier. I mean, I'd love to see Front Street one day closed during the day so that people can walk all on Front Street on the actual street and sidewalk, so you're not like trapped on a tiny little sidewalk.
Yeah, that was
and that, you know, maybe you have some like little you know, those pop tent things selling stuff in the middle, like 3rd Street Promenade. Yeah, and you just do that during the day, and then at nighttime it opens up and the trucks can come in and deliver the stuff and pick up trash or whatever. Right. So who knows what it'll be, but I hope, I believe it'll be much better.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's a great example, though, of changing. And I also believe that if the collective community believes that West Maui will emerge from the fire better and stronger, more beautiful, and more successful, not just for visitors, but for locals in the community, that I think that we'll create that.
Wow.
We will manifest that.
It's very much that metaphor of a phoenix rising from the ashes.
Yes. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a fly running around here that's driving me crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's
just
a perceptual
zoomed
shift
right in front
fly.
of my face. Almost got me. In any case.
Are you going to share about the fly?
That is my fear today. That is the amygdala being activated by the fly that almost got me. No, I'm going to share a little bit something else. I am recently in a new relationship.
And she's a fox.
Yeah, she's wonderful. And
she gets a shout out. I won't say her name, but shout out to the fox.
Okay. And I started feeling insecure about all the little things that you can get insecure about in the beginning of a relationship. You know, if she comes to see my house, is it clean enough? I need to fix this. I need to fix that. Do I have a pimple on my face? Is there something wrong here? Maybe she won't like this. Maybe she won't like that. And the amygdala can take over. Right. And it can start piling one thing after another. Wow. And it can put you in a state of fear or discomfort. And so, because I've been doing this work for so long, I did some writing on it. I did some sharing with somebody else.
You get a ding for that.
Thank you. And what happened was I picked up the phone and I just called her.
Wow.
And I said, hey, I want to just be honest with you.
Straight into the storm. Yeah.
My amygdala has been activated. And she's like, really? And I'm like, oh, yeah. And she goes, About what? And I go, about us and our relationship. And she
Yeah.
goes, why?
Wow.
And so I just spilled it all out.
Wow.
And she is very, very evolved.
Great.
And she is really into so much of this abundance manifestation, opening herself up to the universe and looking at things from a positive, optimistic perspective. And she
Right.
said, baby.
Do you love her amygdala?
I do love her amygdala. I like the way you say amygdala.
I'm having a rough. I have to practice that.
Dala, amygdala. In any case, yes. And she said, baby, none of that stuff matters to me.
See, I knew it.
I love
man.
you just
She's
the way you
cool.
are. If you got a little pimple, I'm okay with that.
Right.
If if you need to fix a sink in your house and it's not fixed when I come over, I'm okay with that. None of that stuff matters to me.
That's little stuff.
I just love being with you, and I love your energy.
That's great.
So by working and doing the writing, and you talked about writing earlier, and it's so powerful.
It really is.
It opened up my mind to say, listen, if I'm worried about this, I need to just get out there with it.
Sure.
And if she tells me, yeah, you know what, if you had a pimple or the sink was not fixed or, you hadn't mowed your grass,
Right.
I wouldn't want to be with you, then I wouldn't want to be with her.
Right.
That's not the right person for me to begin with.
Yeah.
So I'm able to, I've been lucky enough to find somebody that I can really open myself up to.
Yeah, I love that. I love being lovers and friends.
Absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
I think it just raises the whole experience like 10 notches when it's like
Yes.
that. We're not in high school anymore. I want to be in a fun relationship.
I will say at this point in our relationship, I'm getting ready to head over and spend a couple, 2-3 days with her at her house.
Right around the
and
corner.
And we were on the phone, and I said to her, I'm glad I'm going to your house first. And she said, why? And I said, I don't have to worry about the sink or the grass or anything else. And she's like, you're funny. She said, but I did call the spa guy because I want a new cover on the spa before you get here because my cover's met. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. It's inevitable.
Oh
You want your
God.
home to look nice, especially in a new relationship.
Yeah, but that is such small stuff.
It's very small
I wouldn't
stuff.
judge someone for
We
having
both
it.
started laughing about
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of ridiculous. It's sweet, though. It's
is
sweet
sweet.
that she cares.
It is sweet. So if you've got something going on with your amygdala,
Right.
or as Robbie says, your amygdala, then open the door potentially to see what could be on the other side of that.
Right.
And how it doesn't need to be scary or uncomfortable.
Right.
Instead, it could be a wonderful opportunity for you to evolve, grow, and manifest some really great stuff in your life.
Yeah, and we're sitting here laughing about it, and a few days ago you were scared about it.
Exactly,
That's
exactly.
Transformation's already happening.
I had heard this when I was at a seminar once before, and someone said it's not about not being scared or uncomfortable,
Right.
or hurt or sad or any of that stuff. It's about shortening the amount of time that you live in that space of
Yes,
discomfort.
I so agree.
Yeah, and I like to call discomfort dis-ease,
Right.
because it really does put your body in a state of disease.
Yeah, right.
Right. When we're in fear, it activates things like cortisol.
That's right.
And
it gives
epinephrine.
heart attacks.
Right.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Yes, and those things actually age us.
Yeah,
They make
and
us
kill
sick.
us. Yeah.
And so as soon as we can switch it over into the positive, then what we're doing is we're flooding our body with healing energy. Mm-hmm. And that keeps us young. I mean, look, I'm 64 years old.
You got a ding for that.
Thank you. I love being young and
So
healthy
do
at
I.
64.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 65. I'm your
Wow.
elder.
Look at that 65-year-old.
Respect me with my medigula.
Yes. You're medigula?
Yeah, isn't
I
that
thought you said udig. It's an udigula, not a medigula.
I'm going to practice for the next episode to have that word.
Yeah, it's not migdala. It's amygdala.
It's got an A in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. In any case, that actually is amazing because that's our show for today, which is literally, this has to be the shortest show ever.
First time this has ever happened.
It was a quickie.
Yeah.
But before we leave you,
Yeah.
we do the same thing we did in the beginning.
That's
We get
right.
ourselves into that wonderful,
That's right.
spiritual, emotionally healthy place by bringing in perceptual shift music.
and playing it through my heart chakra, it just releasing it with music and love is almost the same thing. It's
For me, at least.
Exactly.
Yeah, it feels the same. It's got that same kind of rapture-y sort of. Those are great.
No one's raining on my parade
That's
today,
right.
baby.
I love it.
That's for sure. And this song is our outro song. The lyrics are a little bit different. Our
Right.
first song was about welcoming you to the show. This is about appreciating, and we do appreciate that you've been here today.
Yeah.
So, you ready?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Now you've heard the Shift Show. Hope you got your mind blown. We'll be back next week with more to say. And if you are a seeker, by the book dig deeper. Take what you like and now go out and play.
Have some fun, everybody.
The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, baby.
Wow.
All right.
Nice and clean.
The first and the second one were good
I
today.
know.
All right. So, the last thing we want to say, or the second to last thing we want to say, because we have something that's really the last thing. But here we wanted to remind you, if you are interested in the book, awesome. If you want to just listen to the show or you enjoyed the show, great. Thanks. Love to have you here. The book's available on Amazon.com, Barnes
right.
& Noble.
Yep.
If you don't have, whatever, how much is the book? I forgot, $17.95 or
Yeah.
something like that. If you don't have the money for the book,
Kindle version.
that's right. Get a journal so you can do some writing in there
Couple
as
of
well.
rupees.
If you want a signed copy, hit me up, DM me on
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram. You can see some life hacks.
Yeah.
Also, recently I started doing my gratitude list on my TikTok and Instagram.
Wow, fantastic
And
idea.
I'm doing some excerpts from the book too.
Oh, that's
so we got
great.
some different stuff going on.
You're throwing me a little curveball.
I
aren't
know.
you?
James M. for Michael Quine, Quine over there.
Yeah.
If you want a signed copy, hit me up there and I'll do that. If you want to join us on the Saturday Perceptual Shift book study,
Yep.
that's at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Link is in the description.
Right.
DM me, Instagram or TikTok. I'll
great.
get you the password.
And even if you don't have the book, can you just email them the page that we're doing? Is that a hassle?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can email
Just
you the
dive
page,
on in.
whatever you want.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes people want to wait till it's perfect.
Yeah. Our goal here is to
Yeah.
just to be of service, to help
That's
you to
right.
love your life and manifest abundance. If we can help one person,
Yeah.
then, our mission is complete.
That's right.
That's it. Anything else is icing on the cake.
Yeah.
And
Not to mention the fact that we're getting helped by it.
absolutely, we
So
love doing the
we're
show.
already
Yeah.
two people.
This is great.
Yeah.
And one final thought about loving life.
Right.
You want to tell them this time?
Well, we have a little mantra around here, wink, wink, and it's, you're about to hear it.
You are about to
We
hear it.
don't say it in a, quiet way. We let it rip, baby.
Yeah.
From our souls.
And when you hear it, we want you to understand, it's very important to understand that, loving life is not about loving everything that happens. We
Right.
talked about the amygdala today, and there are going to be things that activate that and are uncomfortable.
yeah, and
it's inevitable.
One just happened out there with the little vacuum guy. What's his name? Roomba?
Roomba, what happened?
You stubbed your toe.
Oh yeah, I stubbed my toe on Roomba.
Yeah.
There are going to be moments, and I didn't stub my toe and think that felt so good. I love my life.
Yeah. No.
It hurt.
Yeah.
I didn't cry, but it was
Right.
getting close
Right.
actually. And my toe seems to be okay. It doesn't,
And
seem
you
like
don't necessarily have to love the vampire fly when it comes in the studio.
No, I don't. I don't like. Woo, great! A fly is here. But that doesn't mean that I don't love my life.
That's right. They're not mutually exclusive.
I wake up every morning, kiss the universe. Thank you for being alive.
right.
I'm not paralyzed.
Yeah.
I'm alive. I'm not hungover.
Thank
I'm not
Major
depressed
ding
because
for that.
yesterday I hurt somebody. I was mean to somebody.
Right.
I don't have like waking up with tons of amends I have to do because I've driven a tractor through my life.
Right.
I'm just grateful to be here alive, and that helps me just love life.
Absolutely.
This experience is a blessing.
Right.
Being a spiritual entity in a human body.
Yeah.
What a gift.
And I like what you said about not waking up with emotional baggage sitting around your bed and like, I got to take care of this. I went off on this person. I flicked this person off on the road because they were driving.
That's like an emotional hangover right there.
Yeah.
I don't want to experience that.
I don't like that. I don't like how that feels.
And part of that is doing the work that's in the book, which talks about taking care of that stuff quickly.
Thank you.
If you've hurt somebody or you have some bad feelings,
you're getting a lot of dings today.
Thank you, bro.
Awesome.
You have some, you have an idea in your mind that maybe you should take responsibility for what happened with somebody else and apologize and let them know that you could have maybe handled that a little kinder, a little more love. Yeah. If you hang on to that, that's going to be an emotional hangover that sticks with you. So if there's anybody out there listening and you have any opportunity to make amends to somebody, regardless of what they did to you,
right,
put that aside for a moment.
That's an important caveat.
Just go ahead and do it. Clean up your side of the street now. You don't need to have that lingering inside of you. That discomfort, that disease. Get rid of that disease. Mm-hmm. Clean up your side of the street. I promise you'll feel better. It's not about saying that what that other person did was okay.
Right. You're not co-signing it.
You're not co-signing their stuff. What you're doing is you're just making a decision that you don't want anything that you did that hurt anyone or anything in any situation to be out there lingering without you taking responsibility for it and telling them you're not living up to your full potential.
Right.
You're not. What I tend to say is I don't say I'm sorry as much as saying that behavior was not in line with the person that I aspire to be.
Right.
So I want to let you know that I can do better and I'm going to try to do better in the future.
That is very loving. Yeah.
So getting back to this idea of loving life, when I clean that up, I'm much better able to love my life.
Right.
And regardless of the things that occur in the day that I might not love, I still get to love my life no matter what. And if you're out there and you love life already and you can say that you're a life lover, awesome.
Yeah.
Great to have you in the club.
That's cool.
If you're not loving life and you want to love life more, maybe start out with our mantra because we're going to do it on the count of 3. Let's join us.
Lock and load.
It's simple. We just say I love my life. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I love my life. See you next time. The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa.